But one guy who is taking over things and it's getting nasty is John Moxley and his Blackpool Combat Club. And by the way, I got to announce we'll have a Wheeler Yuta interview with Wheeler Yuta on the show next week. So that's going to be a lot of fun. As this week, I'm going to be sitting down with Wheeler and talking to him about everything that's going on. So get a little inside info on this little troop that is destroying AEW. And since the attack on Bryan Danielson, of course, Mox winning the championship, and Moxley and the boys have said we're going to fix AEW and we're going to raise everybody up and get in our way. You're done. And I'm curious to see, Stu, what you think of the direction of this, because they're bringing out, for example, they brought the Dark Order out to fight them. And the Dark Order have been guys that have just been kind of hanging around all this time. All this time. You had, private parties getting involved. I mean, or Top Flight's getting involved. And, obviously they've been pretty injury ridden, but they're a group of guys that people are like, well, what's going on with them? Why aren't they doing anything? Is there more to this than just the storyline? Is as Tony Khan said, we're going to book this and because we want to push everybody to be better and maybe reintroduce some characters in a different light. I think there's more to this than it's just, Moxley and the gang are going to be taken over. It's not an NWO thing to me. I think it's deeper, and I think it actually runs behind the curtain as well.
I do agree with you. This is not like the NWO. Tony Khan's not coming out and saying, "Hey, I'm the lead. I'm the man behind this," because that's not Tony. He didn't do that. So you're not going to have him pull an Eric Bischoff. I've been asking this on my show the last couple of weeks about, okay, so what's the direction? It does look like it's just Moxley and the BCC want to recreate AEW in their image. You've got Dark Order come out. You got Top Flight. You had Private Party. And yeah, I get that. Reestablish those characters. It was interesting on Wednesday night on Dynamite that, because I'd been asking about, okay, you got BCC doing all this takeover. Meanwhile, the Elite are still here.
Yeah.
Playing up their EVP thing. Well, we saw it on Wednesday night. Moxley and the group are beating everybody up. And meanwhile, Okada and the Bucks, they're going, not our fight. And I go, well, hold on. You're the executive vice presidents of AEW. Why is it not your fight? And if I didn't know better, I get the feeling this might lead to a babyface turn for the Bucks and Okada.
Agreed.
Look, Okada, ever since he debuted in AEW, he has gotten a babyface reaction. He usually gets one of the biggest pops of the night. And they portrayed him as a heel, and he uses the B word all the time, and I get that, but these fans want to cheer Okada. And I think Tony has finally said, you know what? Let's put it that way. And I've been saying that the Bucks doing this whole schmarmy EVP whatever, it was cute when it started. Now it's kind of tired.
Right.
It's not the Bucks. I mean, I remember, now this was years ago. I remember being at Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor in New Orleans. It was 2018, in fact. No, 2017, excuse me. No, that was 2018. 2018, never mind. It was the Bucks had a match, and then after the show was over, they stayed out for a good 45 minutes to an hour, greeting fans, taking pictures, signing autographs. That's the Matt and Nick Jackson I know. And I've gotten to know him over the years. Those are the guys I know. This smarmy EVP thing, they wanted to play into it because they felt like the fans were turning against them. I don't think so. I think it was just, I don't think they wanted that. They wanted something different, but it wasn't that. And I think this might be where Tony decides, you know what, let's have him turn babyface, and maybe that'll lead to, I don't know, anarchy in the arena, or blood and guts or something between the Elite and BCC.
Yeah, and it's really interesting when you look back at what's going on with the Bucks for the last 6 months. I mean, they wwere just pile driving Tony Khan, and giving him a con driver.
Which I had Mike Sempervive from Wrestling Observer Live on my show, and I told him, I said, I think they only did this so that Tony Khan could have that neck brace on every shot of him during NFL draft weekend. I mean, he showed up on Rich Eisen's show and promised the neck brace to auction it off for St. Jude's. I think that was just so he could have some fun during draft weekend, because it's the Jags, and Jags who, but I think that was it.
Yeah, because it didn't go anywhere. It really didn't. They tried to make the Bucks into these evil guys running the company, and it just didn't hit. For some reason, it didn't hit. And I agree with you that I think that there is, there will eventually be a lot of conflicts between Mox's guys and the Young Bucks. I'm just not sure how it's going to totally play out, but it's got to head that way at some point. So, it should re-energize the Bucks. I mean, and I think people want to get behind the Bucks. And then, like you said, I think people want to be behind Okada. It kind of puts Jack Perry in a weird spot, but at the same time, you have a really nasty, mean Moxley against a nasty, mean Jack Perry. Maybe Claudio's going after him, or Wheeler. You get a good feud with Wheeler Yuta. There's some entertaining possibilities with all this.
There is. Again, I still go to the point of, okay, if you're going to put a heel versus heel, why should I care? I just want to see them both get beat up. And again, I'm an old school fan. I'm still, there should be baby faces and heels. That's the foundation of pro wrestling. Good versus evil. If I'm going to have evil versus evil, all right, they can beat each other up, get me to the next match.
Yeah. So, interesting way this is going to be heading for AEW. Hi, pro wrestling fans. Mark Hoke here. I'd really appreciate it if you would take a moment to join the Mark Hoke Show family, and please click on the subscribe button below. Also, please stick around and check out the incredible sponsor of this video. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again on the Mark Hoke Show YouTube channel.
Hey there, adventure seeker. Ready to unlock incredible hotel deals? Get a free membership and save up to 50%. Stay grand. Spend less. The simplest site. The best unpublished hotel deals. TheTravelShark.com.